Uniform India Foxtrot India Juliet Uniform November Bravo Oscar. I'm an invisible person, so I can observe most people without them noticing. Today as I was walking to work, I had a chance to observe something out of the ordinary. I dawdle on the cracked, slippery concrete. As usual, I'm 30 minutes early to work. My boss has been suspicious ever since I started.
Why so early?
She asks nearly every time.
I heard the roads were bad.
I answer. I'm not sure what I'll say in summer. A man is walking parallel to me on the sidewalk on the opposite side of the street. He is pudgy, shortish, and bald. In one hand, he carries a small duffel bag. A tripod is squeezed under his arm. He is wearing dark, expensive sunglasses, even though the sky is blotted out by oblivious clouds and has been for days. In his other hand, he carries a red thermos. He doesn't notice my stare. He walks purposefully toward a security and detective service. It is the only detective service in my isolated town. The man stops in front of the door and stares at the building across the street, which is my workplace. He stares at the second story for a minute, maybe longer. I stop watching him and enter the building, because it is cold outside and even though the chance of me being late is slim, it's still there. The man steps inside the detective service lobby. He is a different sort of person than I am. "You're late, Boston," says a man sitting at the front desk. Boston props his tripod in the corner of the tiny room and pulls a folding chair up to the other man's desk. He opens his thermos and gets a drink of coffee.
"Sorry, I was delayed. By the way, you should either get a smaller desk or a larger lobby, Xavier. It's cramped in here. And too dark."
"That's a camera tripod. A sniper uses a bipod," Boston's superior says.
"It's a good thing I'm not a sniper, then,"
Boston says. By this time, I'm at work. I work at the county library. There are 6 levels of library: bomb shelter, basement, lobby, main floor, second floor, and roof. Only levels 3, 4, and 5 are open to the public. I am scheduled to shelve on the second floor. I organize a book cart of non-fiction, audiobooks, young adult, graphic novels, and manga into Dewey Decimal and alphabetical order, then take the elevator up. It stops at the lobby and opens, but nobody gets on. This happens nearly every time I go upstairs. The elevator must be dysfunctional. I step out onto the second floor carpet and drag my book cart behind me. It groans in protest. Even though we don't load the third shelf, it weighs at least 100 pounds. A group of women is clustered around, waiting to get in. It is subtle, but I think they shove each other, just slightly, jostling to get out as soon as possible. One of them steps on my foot as I try to get out of the way.
"Excuse me,"
I whisper, my voice raspy from lack of use. The woman does not reply. These women are part of an embezzling ring. They use the second floor tables for meetings a couple times a month, spreading laptops and papers into everyone else's space and plugging said laptops into every available wall outlet. There are 4 or 5 of them, all in their late 40s with varying shades of exhausted hair and identical tense expressions. After today's incident, all future meetings have been indefinitely postponed. They saw the assassin from the window. Their consciences withered under his sunglassed stare. Morale is low. The ringleader, a shriveled woman whose red hair is pale blonde at the roots, is Xavier's second cousin. Her son has been living in Xavier's basement and must have mentioned her unusual ladies group. The elevator is cramped and close, though a placard assures it can carry 16 people or 2,500 pounds. Nobody will meet her eyes. They mill about in the lobby, exchanging low-carb, vegetarian bean burger recipes, but they do not include her in the conversation. She knows 3 recipes for vegetarian bean burgers. They know she knows. She leaves. She tries to slam the door a little, but it has a hydraulic closing mechanism. Across the street, Xavier peers through the Venetian blinds. He sees his second cousin flounce out of the library. She is flustered. He is glad this little ploy helped discourage her. Now he could focus on more important things. I am slacking off. 741.5, How to Draw Books. I'll take it out of my break, but it still makes me feel a little criminal, reading while I should be working. Like a nurse who sneaks pills, I can't resist temptation when I'm completely surrounded by it. I'll take it out of my break, I remind myself. There are worse things I could be doing. How much of this morning is fact? How much is fiction? I haven't been able to tell the difference for a long time now. Uniform India Foxtrot Oscar Echo.